Welcome back, everybody, to Game Over, Play It Again. I am your host, Tom Watson.
And I am your host, Anthony Morris.
And this time, we are playing a game called Stone Simulator.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
And whose fault is this?
Well, that would be my fault. And
That'd be your fault?
what I like to do is I scour the depths of the internet, the furthest corners of TikTok, the deepest reaches of Reddit, and try to find the most obscure and I guess semi-mindless games that I can come across and make Tom play them. As some of you viewers might remember, a few episodes ago, we did a game about digging a hole.
We did.
And so I like to find the most ridiculous things I can to get Tom to play them. And it's interesting because every time I suggest a game like a game about digging a hole or Stone Simulator, I'm always met with a little bit of hesitation and a lot of grumbling. But there seems to be a strange phenomenon that takes place where Tom ends up really getting into these stupid games. Like, I think you beat a game about digging a hole twice.
I did beat it twice.
Okay.
I did. I didn't get all the trophies for it, and we're not playing that game anymore.
Right. And Stone Simulator, I mean, you've been running with it.
I have, and I know we're going to be talking about that here pretty soon when
We
we
are.
get to the game chat and all that. But before that, everybody's probably wondering where the heck you've been.
Yeah,
So,
things have been crazy.
So we should just get into that. What
Yes.
have you been doing? Because it's been over a month since I got to see you. Well, that's not true,
Yeah,
but seems like it.
it definitely seems like it. Well, some of you may know because you were there. Got married on September 27th. Excellent day. We had a lot of fun, a lot of great people, lots of friends, lots of family, lots of love. Spectacular
What
time.
happened on the 27th of September?
What's that?
Isn't there something meaningful about September 27th?
So there's a couple things that are meaningful about September 27th.
Well,
That
we should talk
is
about that.
Jenna Ortega's birthday.
Oh, I
That
like me some Jenna Ortega. What, Wednesday? Oh, I
Yep.
love watching Wednesday. That is an awesome show. But I
Watching.
digress. Sheesh.
Uh, it's also the day that Hugh Hefner passed away.
Oh,
So
it's a sad day.
It's a sad day. But what better day to celebrate love than, on the death anniversary of the King of Love himself? So it worked out nicely. Now, with that being said, none of that was intentional. We had originally planned to get married on 10/4, but the venue that we wanted to book was booked that day.
Sure.
It was the only day in October it was booked was 10/4. So
Well, it was National CB Radio Day, and they had a trucker convention.
oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Good one. Funny enough, that's actually why we wanted to do it on 10/4. So Haley has a patient at the clinic that she works at who was born on 10/4. So every time she comes to check in, she says 10/4, good buddy.
Right.
And we wanted to do a fall wedding, and so that's how we arrived at that date. But like Tom said, it was a trucker convention. It wasn't. It actually was another wedding. But we had to move it back. And so we picked September 27th because it's technically still in the fall. And we didn't want to go further into October because we didn't know what the weather was going to be like. So
And it was a wonderful outdoor wedding.
It was beautiful. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. I was very, very pleased with the weather that we had. And so I decided I needed to Google the significance of 9/27, and those were the only two noteworthy things I could come up with.
The death of a legend and the birth of a soon-to-be legend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, she's in everything.
Oh, I know, everywhere.
I mean, everybody she did an interview, and she's like, I think people just like to see blood smeared across my face. And then I needed a minute to digress. But yeah, she loves doing these horror shows.
She does, and she's very good at them too. She
Yeah, oh yeah.
definitely has the persona for it.
Yeah. No, she's rocking Wednesday. I always loved Christine Ricci when she was
Hmm.
doing Wednesday. But that's a lifetime ago. So I was stoked when they made her one of the main characters, and yeah, I can't wait to um, they have to finish the season that they're on. They did half of season two
Yes.
for Wednesday, and so I'm anxiously awaiting because loved the first season. I don't know, I must have watched it 3 times, and then I've watched the first part of season two I think twice. But other than that, I haven't had much time for TV and video games. So
Sure.
when you said, "Hey, let's play this game about a rock," I'm like, "Whatever, dude. It sounds so stupid." And and I was like, "Oh, I have a game day. I'm gonna go play Pal World." And I was playing on that and playing on that. I'm like, "Nope, no, I'm fine, I'm fine." And they changed that game up.
That's what
I
you were
hadn't touched
saying.
I haven't touched that game in like a year, and I actually had to start over. So I
Wow.
can't wait to the time that we get to play some of that. And then I tried firing up the OG Resident Evil, and I couldn't do it from my save. Or I mean, I tried and everything, and I'm like, I might just have to start from scratch and play through that game because I'm gonna want to give that game some love too at some
Definitely.
point. Um, so yeah. Well, what else is going on? So if you had a wedding, did you have a bachelor party?
We had a little bit of a bachelor party.
A
It
little
was a
bit.
good time. A little bit.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Yeah, I
low
wasn't able
key.
to make that. Yeah.
Um,
But
and then
but even
had a
better, you had a honeymoon.
we did have a honeymoon and we had a blast.
Yeah.
We went to Vegas. We had a phenomenal time. I mean, just spectacular. We stayed in a beautiful hotel. I didn't start out that way. The first room we had was covered in blood. Um,
Sacrificing a goat.
they must have been. They had blood on the wall, blood on the lampshade, blood on my pillowcase, blood on the back of the chair. I mean, it was insane.
And it
Uh,
got through cleaning. Somebody cleaned that room and there's blood all over the place.
oh yeah, yeah. And so when I
Ugh.
reached out and had said something about it, I very graciously removed the bloody pillow from the bed and set it on the dining room table in the room because we had a suite,
Sure.
and reached out and explained the situation and wanted to know if we could get the room cleaned or move or get a partial refund or whatever. What could they do for
Oh,
us?
dude, there's no way in hell I would have stayed in that room.
The very
Not
least, get
not
the
with
room
not
cleaned.
with blood. Yeah, not with blood all over the place.
And
You can't clean it enough. Get me the hell out of there.
well, so the person I was chatting with on the app had informed me that all the rooms in the hotel were full and there was nothing they could do for us. They would have somebody come in and clean the room, and or they could give us a full refund and we could go to a different resort.
Sure.
Well, it was a fairly busy weekend in Vegas. The F1 stuff was really getting ready to pop off, and there was some concerts in town, so going to another resort just wasn't in the cards for us. So we opted to have them come clean the room, and if something opened up, move us. Because we were also supposed to have a room that had a strip view, which this room did not. So,
Dude, it was your honeymoon. You had a strip view.
well, yeah, a view of the city, which
Oh, that's different.
yeah, which this room did not have a view of the city. So we um we went out, we did some shopping, we went to the Venetian, we did the gondola rides, and uh, Haley and I we got matching Louis Vuitton wallets. I mean, we did it all. We get back to the room, and the bloody pillowcase is still sitting on the dining room table where I set it. So I reach out on the app and let them know how unacceptable this was, and that we wanted a full refund or we wanted to move. To which I was informed that somebody had come by and, well, the person on the app stated somebody came by and cleaned the room, that there was nothing further to be done since all the necessary concerns were met. So I called. So to preface a little bit, to back up, so we booked through a third-party booker. We stayed at the MGM Signature Suites, and they sell a portion of the rooms in the towers and in other various resorts to third-party booking. We booked through a company called Jet Luxury. And oftentimes you can get better deals through them. I mean, we ended up getting the room for about $1,000 off. I had some points I used, and then it was like $600 or $700 off going through this third-party company. The issue with going through the third-party company is the hotel staff does not clean the room. The third-party company has their own housekeepers that they bring in to clean the rooms. So that was mistake number one.
Or not clean, yeah.
Or not clean. And if you have any issues with the room, you also have to deal with the third-party company. You can't deal with the hotel facility themselves. Which is why I was messaging the person on the app. Had it been through MGM, I would have just went down to the front desk. But also, had we booked through MGM, this probably wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Right.
So I decide I'm going to call. So I call, and I speak to a very lovely lady named Leslie, who, I mean, she was phenomenal. I got on the phone, and I let her know everything that was going on, and while we're on the phone, I'm walking around the room, describing the issues, describing our expectations, and I'm actively finding more blood. I also inform Leslie that the person that I spoke to on the app had told me that the room had been cleaned, which it in fact had not, because, well, there's blood everywhere, and the bloody pillowcase is still sitting on the dining room table. The person on the app had also informed me that there were no other rooms available, and we were basically shit out of luck. So Leslie says, okay, I'm going to call you back in about 15 minutes. I'm going to reach out to the hotel and see what we can do for you.
Sure.
So she called us back and informed me that she had 2 rooms available. She had a room in the current tower that we're in, because the MGM Signature Suites has 3 towers. She had a room in the current tower that we were in on the 15th floor, or we could move over to the second tower and get a penthouse suite on the 37th floor.
Fuck yeah.
So naturally, yeah, we're like, oh, fuck yeah, we'll take the penthouse suite. So we moved over there, and everything was spectacular after that. I mean, we just had a blast. You know, we went and saw shows. We saw David Copperfield. We got to see the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. We got to eat at the iconic Vegas Golden Steer Steakhouse, which is the oldest steakhouse in Las Vegas. Absolutely phenomenal. The most amazing food I have ever had. And just, we really had a good time. Also got to see Mike Tyson's THC gummies, which are the shape of little ears.
Yeah, that's so messed up, dude.
So it was fun. You know, we really had a blast on the honeymoon. It was an unforgettable experience.
Awesome. Well, I gotta ask, how much did they upcharge you for the penthouse upgrade?
They didn't.
Or they didn't?
They did.
They let you have it at that price. So they must be duking it out with that company then.
I think they are.
Well,
I think they are, and
good on them.
Yeah, I'm very thankful that we ended up speaking with Leslie and getting the help that we needed. After that experience, though, I decided that I will not be, because we're going to go back to Vegas again. I mean, we love it. It's our spot. That I will not be booking through a third-party company, that I'm going to deal with the resort directly. And hopefully save some of that headache.
Well, I know, but saving $1,000, you'd think that, geez, that's a lot of money. To say those words, to save $1,000, I mean, good God. But we can move on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did the last episode. I did the Road Blasters one, episode 18 there, and I knew that you were going to want to talk about it, and I didn't want to spoil anything. And I didn't even know all this part of the story. So that's awesome. And I'm glad you could share that, because I shared on the last one that I changed professions and all that good stuff and whatnot. And that's been a learning experience and a good time. And and whatnot. But there's a long road to hold there. So yeah. So
Yeah,
there's
you've been
so
on
there's
quite the journey.
I have. So, unfortunately that it's going to cut into our podcast time. It's going to cut into some game time, but
Sure.
I'm not here to complain about it. It's just, it's going to slow that down. That's why this episode is running late. That's why the last episode ran late. We're going to try to get back on schedule. So this episode is going to go live tomorrow. So that will be the 5th. Yeah, November
Hmm.
5th. So you're hearing this November 5th. We're recording it on the 4th, 8:30 at night.
Yep.
So it's going to go live here real soon. And we are looking to do the follow up episode. Episode 20 is going to be a ranking episode of the 19 episodes. We're 90% sure that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
We have another option in the works of going and checking out an arcade and reporting back. And if we do that, then it'll be episode 20. That is the ranking episode. So either way, we have that coming up, which is exciting. And I think that is all the jibber jabber that we really need to put into the front of this thing. We're already probably 14, 15 minutes into this, and we
Easily.
haven't really talked about this game, but this isn't going to be a long episode, is it?
No, there really isn't a whole lot to the game. I mean,
No.
the title's pretty self-explanatory. You
Yeah,
are
Stone
simulating the
Simulator.
life of a stone.
We are. So we're going to play a little bit of music, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk Stone Simulator. All right, we are back. And Stone Simulator,
Yeah.
the life of a stone.
The life of a stone. I like how Tom put it. Another day, another rock.
Yeah, yeah, I said that this morning on my Twitch stream. And I appreciate that you are the one person that came in and commented like almost instantaneously.
I love it.
So yeah, so you start off life as a rock, and there's much different options. It's randomized, but you have a gray one or a white one or a brown
Hmm.
one or moss covered or what have you. But yeah, so I'm gonna start at the very 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 beginning. Well, first off, you have a friend that says let's play a game about a rock. That's step one. Step two is I'm not playing a game about a rock. Step three is downloading said game. So this was on Steam, and what is it, like $3?
Yeah, we got it on sale.
No, but you got it on sale for $2.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So there's 3 exciting modes. There's event mode, which is what I played, and things happen. And we'll talk
Yes.
about that here in a second. And then there's Zen mode.
Yes. It's very zen.
Is it very Zen? Did you play on that one?
I did check it out. It's very very relaxing. Definitely
is it?
something to meditate to.
Okay, so I might have to play a playthrough with the Zen mode, huh?
Yep.
Okay. And then they have party mode. Exciting. We have more than one rock.
Yeah.
We played. The only reason that we played it was to get the trophy.
Yes.
because
We were
my rock was in there and your rock was in there, and it was in there.
we were rocking out.
We were rocking out. So like I said, I picked event mode, and I hit go, and it's so funny. You get in here, and so you have your stupid rock, and then you're like, hey, oh yeah, hey, there's keys, and you can use your mouse, and you can move around, and this, that, and the other thing, and you're just looking at the gorgeous scenery.
Beautiful.
Hey, any thoughts about where this is happening in the world?
For those of you who are Kanye West fans, the mountain range looks an awful like Kanye's background on his album Ye, but in Cody, Wyoming. But it's hard to say. I mean, I really have no idea.
Oh, I don't even think this is even close to North America. I'm thinking like South America or Asia or New Zealand or something like that. This
Beautiful.
I mean, you got and it's so confusing because you got the trees and you got the mountains and the little creek there, and that's right, we're down south. It's a creek, not a creek. And it's breathtaking.
It's beautiful.
The detail they put into the grass and the mud and the hills and oh my gosh, it just goes on and on and on. The sky, and it's revolving. Everything's always revolving around this rock, and you get in there and you start getting trophies because you're doing nothing.
Yeah, it really doesn't take a lot of work to trophy hunt this game. You just
it's just time. Yeah, and the water's phenomenal.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I know I was joking about this on my Twitch stream, but I said, I go, this is kind of like some student was taking a course in college building a video game, and the professor's like, well, what do you do? Well, you stare at a rock. Well, no, seriously. You're just going to stare at a rock. Nobody's going to play that. You want to make a bet? And then here's two yahoos that download it and start playing it. But the ironic part is I get on Twitch and there's like 6 other people streaming it too. I'm like, why would anybody stream a game about staring at a rock? And the answer is a lot of them. Because I got 53 and a half hours on this game. So, and I don't mean that I'm like actively playing it. I mean, it's on, and I've done the little, a couple little things. Oh, take a picture of your rock, and got the trophies and whatnot. But one of the trophies that you have to get is that your rock lives for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the math, and the math on that is 54 hours. Between 54 and 55 hours, I should get that trophy of watching a rock for 15 years.
I love that originally you didn't want to play this game, and now you're breaking down the math on the equivalent between human time and rock years.
Well, because all of a sudden I get the trophy. Oh, you've played this game for 1 year, and I'm like, okay, that's 3.5 hours. Okay, and then I see that the trophy is for 15 years. Well, so I just did the math.
I love it.
So, and then the fact. So for events, all of a sudden I have a clone of my rock sitting right next to me, and then all of a sudden it disappears. I'm like, what the hell? So that doesn't work. And then I'm sitting there, and I'm just kind of twirling around. I actually have my Twitch stream going in the background while I'm talking about it, since you're not here. And there's a spot where I have a fairy that jumps up on the rock and dances around.
Yep.
You've seen that one?
Oh yeah, saw the fairy.
Okay. Yeah, you saw the fairy. Did you see the UFO?
I did not see the UFO, and I really wanted to see that one.
Okay, I've seen the UFO 3 times.
Really?
And Yeah. Okay. So the first time it came down, it sucked up a cow, and that was on the first day. Then
I love it.
on the second day, the UFO comes back and it puts a rock down in the cow's place. And then a little bit later, I'm watching this and it the UFO shows up and I'm not really paying attention. And I turn around again and all of a sudden there's a snowman across the creek here.
Really?
And it's kind of creepy, and it's winter time, so all the snow and everything. Well, then all the snow melts and the snowman's still there. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I went to go refresh my drink and I come back and the snowman's gone. I'm like, what the hell happened? Because it's not like you can just rewind it. So
Right.
hopefully it's on my Twitch stream here, and I could figure out what happened. But I'm sitting there watching, I'm kind of laughing. It's like, well, what the hell happened to him? And all of a sudden Bigfoot's walking across the creek, because it's all ice and he's just walking along and I'm like, this game's messed up. I mean, that's funny, but it's messed up.
Oh, I love it.
And all of the seasons, it's rain. Oh, the lightning
Oh, the lightning's
flashes.
beautiful.
Oh, and the sounds and everything. I mean, this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just nature at its best. And how did I describe it to you? This is like the best interactive screensaver ever.
Yes.
And that's true because it's actually been on my screen for the last 53 and a half hours. And the only reason it got pulled down was so we could do the podcast. Because when this game's running, it won't let anything else run.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, I don't know. I've seen snow, rain, swarm of locusts, and then more snow. So we killed the locusts.
Yep, killed the locusts.
Yep. Um,
The
and
mushrooms.
what's that?
Have you seen the mushrooms?
Oh, I have. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they're
blue
pretty.
mushroom, the like electric
Yeah.
mushrooms or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What about the moon rock or the rock moon?
Yeah, so that's interesting you bring that up. I was thinking about it because we've been speculating on where this location could be. And the fact that the moon is also, a giant rock but not the shape of the traditional moon, almost leads me to believe that maybe this isn't even on Earth.
Well, sometimes it's a moon.
I don't
It's
know if
not
I've ever
always
seen
it's
it
not
as a
always the
regular
rock
moon.
moon. Sometimes it is a round moon. It's not a rock.
Oh, huh.
So maybe it's an asteroid or something,
Could be.
or a
Could be.
meteor coming in, but just floating peacefully, minding its own damn business. Have you gotten to the part where it's really I think it's like an early spring and it's really super foggy out. Um, I was watching it and all of a sudden there's this big kraken that's running across the screen. It takes up like
No.
3/4 of the screen.
No, I didn't see that.
I'm telling you, man, I've seen way more of this game than I ever thought I would.
Yeah, you got way more into it than I expected you to.
It's so stupid. Yeah, so on my Twitch stream, I'm watching the horse. There, yeah, the horses or cow or whatever the fuck it is getting sucked up into the UFO.
Oh, I love it. The other thing that was really interesting about this game is the amount. I mean, you've streamed some big AAA titles, but the amount of traffic that you got on your Twitch
Holy shit,
account.
dude! I got 2 new followers
Yeah, I
doing
mean
this on
it's
so many
insane.
unique views. I mean, I thought, okay, well, I'm just trying to get the trophy. I'm just gonna turn on the Twitch stream and I'm gonna go to bed. And I had multiple people pop in overnight, probably overseas or something like that, um, popping in, and I've had people popping into mine and whatnot, and oh yeah, hey, I'm playing that too, and then so I'll go to theirs. I'm like, hey, yeah, just to try to raise the chatter, because Twitch has that algorithm and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
But when I'm on Twitch, I don't stream for like 5 hours like my kid does.
right.
It's usually like an hour or two, have fun, move on, and it's like once a month. But I have put in some, like, I would say all but maybe 35, 45 minutes of this game I've left on Twitch. And it just blows my mind at how many people want to watch this.
I love
But
it.
like I said, it's the coolest screensaver.
It really
Like
is.
I could really just leave it running. Because like when the rain comes in, it's distorting everything, in the snow, and it reminds me of like the old '90s screensavers, that things
Oh
popping around.
yeah,
But
yeah.
this is just so gorgeous. You're like, oh man, I would love to go on a trip and hike through this area.
Oh, it'd be
It's just
beautiful.
so gorgeous.
I
Um,
uh I do have to mention I have a screenshot that I saved from the other night when Tom decided to let it run overnight.
yeah.
And I don't know why, but it just cracks me up. So in the chat, Tom says, "We are going to let this run overnight, get the 15 days trophy." And a person whose identity will remain anonymous says, "Why?" And I
Oh no,
just love
it's not anonymous. I know who it is.
to which Tom follows up with, "Why not?"
Why not?
And said person very calmly and yet very directly says, "Go to bed." And I just the whole I'm laying in bed at this point because this happened at about 10:51 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm laying in bed dying, and my wife is looking at me like, "What the hell are you
Does
guys
she does
doing?"
she say stuff like you're jiggling the bed because you're laughing too hard?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she has
my
said
wife
that.
said my wife says that shit too.
And I get that it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's a very small interaction, but just the randomness of it all absolutely
Right.
sent me over the edge the other night.
Well, because we've been picking on each other because we both ended up with a cold a couple weeks ago, and we're still kind of half-assed dealing with it and everything.
Hmm.
It's like, go to bed. Oh, fine, I'll go to bed. And we'll put your phone down. Well, no, I'm decompressing. No, put your goddamn phone down and go to bed. And then an hour later, I pick up my phone and I get the, hey, why don't you turn off your phone? Go to bed. I
Love
was,
it.
I was, I was sleeping. I'm not sleeping anymore.
I
Oh shoot.
absolutely love it.
Yeah. No, I'm actually impressed. Well, the one thing that upsets me about this game is
Hmm.
I had played for like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and and then I don't know what it was, but like after an hour or so, my rock like got more exposed. It got a little bit bigger, and I had hit my headset because I was actually talking. I was trying to get it to where I could listen to the sound, but I didn't want my mic to be live, and so I'm trying to figure
Right.
it out. And I hit a button on my headset, and all of a sudden, one of my favorite podcasts is just jibber jabbering in the background. I'm like, oh, knock it off. And so I didn't look to see that there was an option to save and move on. So I actually ended up starting the timer over. And I know you had a similar situation to that, and so that part kind of sucks.
Yeah, yeah, that always was a bummer. I did have a similar situation. I was running the game and was on a pretty good run, and then something decided to auto update,
Yeah.
which caused the game to crash essentially. So that was a bummer. But man, it's really something. The other day I had a game day as well, and so I threw this on the computer and hopped on the Simpsons Fortnite and just
Yeah, you
let it
suckered me into
run.
that too.
I did. It was a good time.
And the only reason it was fun is because I got to play with you, and those kind of games just aren't my jam. And I'm
Sure.
glad that people can play those because they look so cool. Cody likes to play was it Apex?
Yes,
And I played with
Apex.
him a couple times, and man, he handed me my ass. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be the healer, so just stay behind us." Yeah, right. What I was the sacrificial lamb.
The
That
bullet sponge.
hey, yeah, people are shooting at me, so they're shooting at them. And I'm still sitting there trying to figure out how to aim my gun,
You did
but not
pretty
for
good on
long.
Fortnite, though. You did good
Well,
on Fortnite.
well, you're too kind.
It was
But
a blast, though. I enjoyed
yeah.
that.
Well, shoot, dude. I mean, that's almost everything that was on my list to talk about. I know I kind of blurred it all together, but yeah, I just can't say enough good things. I mean, even the fireflies and the
Yes,
butterflies, all the
yes,
cutesy, and the flowers, the little red poppies that are around, and and
yeah,
in the fall, the leaves, it's very autumn esque, with the yellow and reds of the leaves, and everything's kind of composting around you, and then you got the shooting stars, and I mean, it just, and even the clouds,
yes.
they probably have one guy that's just sitting there working on the sky
I'm
and
sure.
all the stars and everything. And you probably got one guy that sat there and drew the mountainscape and the trees and everything, and then the wind's blowing. So I mean, they put so much detail into this thing. I hate to call it a game because you're not playing with anything.
Right. It's more of an experience.
It is. Yeah, it totally is. You know what they really needed to do? All the birds that are sitting there flying around? I
Mhm.
mean, they made the moss grow on the tree, or on the rock. How come they didn't make one of the birds shit on the rock?
I kind of
And then
wondered that
something and
also.
then something grow out of that, like
Yeah, like a little mushroom or something, but
right. Well, maybe we're not far enough in. Maybe that's at hour 100 or something.
yeah, that could be. I mean, who
Cuz
knows what the end of the game is like?
well, what I was expecting was, when I saw that first part on the events tab, I thought, "Oh, the ground is going to erode around me, and it's going to all of a sudden you're going to be this humongous boulder
Right.
that's underneath." But no, you're just a fucking rock.
Yeah, that's all you are.
That's
Nothing
all
more,
you
nothing less.
right.
So
Oh
you I don't know if you remember, but you messaged me and informed me that you named your rock.
yeah,
What
Rocky
did you name?
Rockerton.
Rocky Rockerton.
Yep, Rocky Rockerton.
I love it.
What'd you name yours?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah, I thought about that too, and I'm like, no, that's too easy. Uh, Rocky Balboa would have been good. I
Rocky
was thinking
Balboa
that.
would have been
I
good.
was thinking that round. Yeah. Um.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
You
there's
could have
so.
named it Rick James because Rick James loved rocks.
Well, yeah. I don't. That's. It's not my era, man. Although
not
I do
my
like.
favorite.
Although I do like me some Dave Chappelle picking
I
on
love Dave Chappelle.
him. Oh, dude. So where do we put this game on our scale?
You know,
because because you're not playing a game. I mean,
it,
it's not a game over for me. It truly isn't. But I got to know where you stand on
it's
this game.
it's tricky because it's not a game, but it is an experience.
Hmm.
And I don't think I could have asked for a better experience. So I have to give it 100. I have to give it a game perfect, and it's going to be something that
Oh.
I'm going to experience again.
Well,
So
I am too, but I'm not giving it 100. I
I
mean, I'll leave it as an A, and I'll go at the bottom of the barrel at a
the
90%.
bottom of
So,
the
so you're a game perfection. If you're at 100%, you're game
yeah
perfection.
yeah I got to give it a game perfection because I mean really they executed the scope of what the game is perfectly. The
Well,
game is Stone Simulator. They couldn't have done a better job.
okay, now I got to ask, how was the boss fight?
How was the boss fight?
Well, every game has a boss fight. so, so
Haven't
what do you What are you fighting? The weather?
I'm not sure. I haven't made it yet. Maybe it's the 15 million years it takes for the rock to move when you press the W key. I don't know. I'm not sure what the boss fight is.
I don't know either. Okay,
Maybe.
well, okay, so you're at game perfection. I'm at game. No, no, I'm taking that back. I'm at gameplay again.
Okay.
I'm at an 89. I'm gonna go with a B plus. Um, I don't say again and again, but I'll tell you what, this thing can run on my desktop anytime.
Yeah.
I have no problem. I have my work computer here. I got my play computer here. I'll let it run on my play computer.
Hmm.
I'll
Mm-hmm.
rack those hours up on this stupid ass little game. I have no problem with that because it's not going to hurt my computer at all to run.
No.
It's not going to hurt the screen for it to sit there because it's not like anything stays still. So it
Right.
truly is the best screensaver in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with that. But I'm
And it's
not
peaceful.
actively playing it. In fact, once I get my 54 or 55 hours, whatever the hell it is, I don't know that I'll stream. I might stream it a little bit more on Twitch. It's just I just can't believe people want to watch a game about a rock sitting there.
I love it.
You know,
I absolutely love it.
I do too. So if anybody wants to check it out, my Twitch handle is Tantrum70. Feel free to come on over, slap a follow on there. That would be freaking awesome. Like I said, I don't play on there a lot. I'm trying to figure out what the next game is. I'm gonna play, but between you, me, the fence posts, and all these people out here in our podcast world, I have a pretty hefty test that I need to study for and have done before the end of the year. So
Mm-hmm. Yes.
probably not going to be a
Very
ton of games on there, but this game will probably be playing. It'll be playing all day Wednesday when this goes live. Uh, I'll probably just let it stream the whole rest of the week
I love it.
until I get to Friday night because I know my son he streams Friday night after work until all hours of the morning, and so I don't want to suck up all the bandwidth for him.
Sure.
But yeah, I think this is going to be streaming the next couple days. So come on over, check it out, or do one better: spend the $2 on Steam and play it for yourself. Oh, the Twitch thing's going in the background. I forgot about the little weirdo, whatever voodoo guy, because he's on the
Oh,
other side of the bank and he's throwing his staff up in the air and chanting and everything. And then all of a sudden, one shows up really close to the water, and then one shows up on the right hand side there, and they do this little seance thing, and then all of a sudden the rain comes out of freaking nowhere.
I love it. I mean, the
My
weather
rock.
is beautiful.
Yeah, well, now, yeah, but it lasts like 5 seconds, So my rock is just wet as can be, and then all of a sudden the sun comes back out.
You
Oh,
heard it here
I
first,
can't,
folks.
I can't believe I
Tom,
forgot about the little weirdo.
yeah, that's amazing. The little weirdo.
Well, that's what the rock calls him. What's up with that little weirdo?
I love it.
I can't believe you haven't seen some of these things.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let it run for a while.
I guess. You pick on me for not playing games.
Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
freaking hilarious. All right, so we got our score in.
Yep,
Um, we'll play some. Oh, the music. The music in this game is so peaceful,
it
so
really is.
so zen. And we had some at the beginning. I'll play a little bit on the outro here. But before we go, do you have anything else before we go? I got a couple little quick things.
Gosh, I don't. Be sure to check out the Twitch channel. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Game Over Played Again podcast. We got the Discord going. And
Yep.
if you have anything that you would like to see, feel free to drop us a line, suggestions, a like, or tell us to F off. I mean, all interaction's good interaction, so, you know.
Well, that's true, and that was the last thing I was going to talk about. Our Facebook group, like you said, Game Over Played Again. We got 21 members over there.
Yep.
That's actually really awesome for
Yes.
being in our first 6 months of the game, and only this is our 19th episode, so we appreciate all of you more than you'll ever know. And our followers on Spotify. If you're doing Spotify, you're going to see my Twitch stream running in the background of this episode, and you'll see all those little nuances. It's pretty cool. And if you're listening to it on any of the other options, you don't get to see the video. I know it's over on YouTube. Which is a great place to check it out. I have a few friends that are like, oh, dude, I don't do Spotify. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, man. You can get it on all the other stuff. He goes, well, I'll just do YouTube. I'm like, well, you can't watch the video, though.
Right.
And
you can just download Spotify for free. You just have to listen to ads.
yeah,
Whatever.
well, that's true. Yes, that's true. I mean, I pay the monthly service to have, I think I'm up to 6 accounts. So I got the entire family on there, and I even have my sister-in-law on there,
Nice.
so she can listen. And then one of my coworkers, she was going on a road trip. I'm like, just download it to Spotify. She's like, well, I have the free version. I'm like, oh my god, So I gave her my link, and I'm like, download all your music. That way you can download it, and when you're on the plane, you can listen to your music, and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's. Yeah, I'm paying for it. I'm paying for the service, but there's no reason I need 6 accounts.
I love it.
So, but yeah, so we're over on Apple Music, and we're all that good stuff. So, but yeah, if you guys get a chance, like I said, spend the $2, $3, $3 is full price. Anthony got it at a discount.
I did.
But go in there, get your 39 trophies, and have a great rest of your week.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Bye.